Are you ready for our mat workout? Let's take a mat, let's take a few minutes, let's focus in on our core, and let's get a lot done in a little bit of time to strengthen our core, improve our health, improve our posture, all that good stuff. So we're starting from a sitting position. Sit on your sits bones, grab underneath your knees, draw your abdominals up and in, navel away from your clothes. Roll the shoulders down, back, and away from your ears. So make your armpits and the area under there nice and strong. Okay, come up onto the toes. Keep yourself nice and grounded, tummy pulled in. And all we're going to do is extend one leg at a time. Now, if you're advanced, you can extend both. Also, if you have a core injury, you need to keep at least one foot on the ground, but if you don't, then you can begin practicing both legs. And more advanced than that would be to do it without hands. Okay? So getting the core nice and warm in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and now we're going to be extending our legs and lifting just one leg. So I'm sitting nice and tall, pushing up through the top of my head, and my legs are out straight. If you cannot sit with your legs out straight, in other words, if you can't sit up nice and tall over your sits bones and you're like here, then I want you to put your feet down to the point where you can be tall and have a good posture and push those shoulders down, back, and away from your ears. Okay, so if you're here, then you're lifting one leg at a time in towards your chest, like so. And you can do that without hands, safely. Now, if you've got your legs out straight, then you're pressing the toe, the big toe, up toward the ceiling, 1 foot at a time. Make sure that you're sitting up. This is not a crunch. This is controlled movement from the core and just lifting the leg by engaging from the base of the core, the transverse abdominis. Exhaling, exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to take our legs wide. So if your feet are flat, then your legs are wide out like this, and you continue the same thing. It's going to be a little bit harder because there's less connective material here. So you really have to focus on sitting up and not jarring yourself side to side, because that's not the exercise. It's just lifting the legs. If your legs are out straight, you can brace yourself with your hands, push up through the top of your head, tummy pulled in, lift 1 foot at a time, and try not to rock side to side. It's hard, isn't it? Hard. It's like, oh man, it takes a lot of work. If you're lifting an inch or so off the ground, you're doing really good. Exhale each time. Core stays in the whole time. Don't let it pooch out over your clothes. Navel pulls up, head pushes up, body nice and tall. 2, 1. That's a tough start, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to have you lay on your side. So pick a side to lay on. And when you lay on your side, in my world, you lay all the way down. We don't do beach body bingo. What we do is we lay all the way down, we tuck the shoulder underneath us, and lay our head on our bicep. I want shoulder over shoulder, and I want hip bone over hip bone. And then I don't want you to sag this part into the mat. Don't allow yourself to just fall into the mat. I want you to draw this up and away from the mat and draw the center of the core up and in, keeping the navel in nice and tight. This takes work as it is. And I'm going to have you lift one leg and just push it forward and back slightly. Forward and back, and not shift your weight forward and back. You see what's happening? I want the foot to stay parallel to the ground. It's not dropping, it's staying parallel to the ground and just walking forward and back. Okay, now as your gait gets bigger, it gets harder. Exhale to the front, inhale to the back. You do not want this to happen. You see what I'm doing? I'm rocking forward and back. Don't rock forward and back. You have to brace yourself with your core in order for this to work. For 2 and for 1. And then stack your feet. Put your hand in front of you like so. Squeeze your inner thighs together and lift both legs, pulling the tummy muscles up and in. And set them down, but not all the way. Exhale as you lift. Inhale on the way down. If this feels wrong to you, if you're having trouble with your core injury or your lower back, then you're doing a single leg lift, bracing yourself with the bottom leg. Okay, in 2, and in 1, and set that down. We got to do the other side. Use your arms to help you. Use your hands, use your arms, get yourself back down. Remember, head is going on the bicep. Tuck the shoulder underneath you. Tuck your booty under you a little bit so that you're not sticking your booty behind you and letting your abs spill. Okay, so everything is in line. The ribs are pulled in and you're pulling up and out of this mat. We're going to lift that top leg and it's parallel to the ground and you're using the forward and back motion. Exhale forward, inhale back, not rocking, keeping it nice and steady and strong all the way through your torso. Shoulder pushed down away from your ear, trying to keep that foot parallel. Increase your gait if you can, forward and back, because there's a challenge there. There's a challenge in pushing the leg behind you and not rocking forward and keeping it all settled into the core. In 2, in 1, then stack your legs, brace yourself with your hand. Exhale as you lift both legs. Inhale as they lower, but not all the way down. Remember, you can brace yourself with that bottom leg if you feel like things are trying to fall out or slide around. You need this to be solid, not sliding around or feeling uncomfortable or painful. Okay, keep it in control. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down for 3, 2, and 1. And set it down. Isn't that great? Okay, I want you to get on the hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and put your toes down. Exhale, push your weight into your toes and push up out of your shoulder joints. So don't go here, go here, tummy muscles pulled in, and the more you push into those toes, the more your core has to work. Is it working? This is an isolation of the muscle. Keep it on. Now, extend one leg behind you and in. Do the other leg without moving the rest of your body and pull it in. Push, inhale, push, inhale, push, inhale, and one more push, inhale. Now, keeping yourself nice and engaged, lift one leg and the opposite arm. Go underneath your body without doing a crunch. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, I'm not crunching or doing a cat. All I'm doing is extending and shortening. Bringing things closer together, exhaling, focused on the navel, pulling the navel up and in, elbow towards the knee towards the elbow, keeping everything tucked in. I'm still pushing back onto that toe that's on the ground. Now leave this one out, and now pretend like they're on the same line. So your hand and your foot are on the same line. They're going to continue staying on the same line. Push away from the center of your body and then back. And away and back. I'm not tilting my hips. I'm not moving my torso. I'm pushing out to challenge myself and then pulling back in. For 3, 2, and 1. And then set it down. We've got another side to do. Are you pushing back into your toes? Now lift opposite arm, opposite leg. And first we start by underneath, and then long. Push into that back toe, underneath, and then long. No cat and cow, just strong core, strong muscles, navel's pulled up and in. Breathe, exhale, breathe. Are you still pushing into that toe? Are you still pulling the navel up and in? Are you still in control? 2 more like that. Here's 2. And here's 1. Leave it out. Now going on one line now, away from the center of the body, and then back in. And away, and back in. Are you still in control? Are you still pushing into that toe? Are you still completely stable through your torso, not allowing things to sag. Here's 3, here's 2, and here's 1. Come back to the center for me. Take a little mini break. Push your heels, push your hips on your heels. Allow your arms to stretch out. I've got one more exercise from this position. So come back up for me. Get your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Push out of your shoulder joint into your toe. Now extend one leg behind you. Lift it up. Bring the knee around the side of your body and then back. Around, exhale, and back. Now this is enough of a challenge, right? We're keeping our body in line and we're using the obliques and the transverse to bring that leg around. If you're very strong, you're going to come up, extend, and push back. Exhale, extend, inhale. That's not required. That's the next level up. 2 more. And 1 more. And set it down. We've got to do the other side. I'm going to show you from the front. All right. So push up out of the shoulder joint, push down into the toes, lift one leg behind you, and just start by bringing that knee around your body towards your elbow, and then pressing back. Around and exhale, and press back. Around and exhale. What's your tummy doing? Are you still pushing into that toe in the back? Now if you want to, you can start the extension. As I take off all the leaves on that shrub. Exhale. 2 more. And set it down, sit back into child's pose and press the arms all the way forward. Open the shoulders behind you, allow that to open up. Now sit up on your heels, nice and tall, push up through the top of your head. Bring your hands behind you, open your chest. And bring the hands in front of you, press forward, open up the shoulders from behind you. Does that feel great? I hope it did. Thanks for doing the mat workout with me. Let me know what you think and what you're going to be working on next.